This episode of Comedy Bang Bang is brought to you by Are You Talkin' REM? Are you a fan of Are You Talking U2 to Me? Then make sure to check out me and Adam Scott's new show, Are You Talking REM? Join Adam and I as we discuss the music and impact of the band REM through an album-by-album analysis, hard analysis. We break down everything I promise you about the band. Listen to the limited series Are You Talking REM? Wednesdays on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, and earwolf.com. This is good rock and roll music.
Comedy bang bang, 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 comedy bang bang.
Mirror, mirror on the ceiling, who's that schlub who's softly squealing? Welcome to Comedy Bang Bang. Thanks to Maddie Walks for that catchphrase submission, and welcome to the show. This is Scott Aukerman for another episode of Comedy Bang Bang. Last week of Febby Debbie, and this is what a week it is. We have an incredible show today. We have two people in occupations, or at least of interests, that are widely different, although they do sort of have to do with the human body and the human condition. So, and don't all really occupations and hobbies have to do with that when you really think about it. We have a pageant consultant coming up and a hobbyist, a body modification hobbyist coming up. So that's very exciting. And our first guest is someone who sort of works within both of those realms, body modification and pageantry.
I'm not your first guest. You've been doing this for a while.
Oh, Al. Hey, do you remember that song, by the way? The one we just played?
Oh, yeah.
You've heard that song
before. I've heard that before.
Yeah. He's one of our oldest and earliest guests. I don't mean old as in age. I mean, he was
But I am that as well.
That's true. Hey. He was on, I think, episode 6 or 8, I believe.
Let's call it 7.
Was it 7?
Let's go in the middle.
Sure, let's just take the average. And he's been a good friend to the show ever since, and I believe for a little bit of time, I think you were on the television show as well.
A little bit. One of those seasons. I think on not the penultimate, but the ultimate season.
Yeah, the ultimate season. Please welcome Al Yankovic. How are you?
Thank you. I feel very welcomed.
I did indeed welcome you, so you should feel that way. So I'm glad that
the system works.
I'm glad the mics are on at the
Yes.
Al, you are on tour starting tomorrow. The ridiculous...
Let me do it for you.
Yeah. I just wrote down RID saying, I know the rest.
No, it's very difficult.
Ridiculously.
It's the ridiculously self-indulgent, ill-advised vanity tour.
I didn't even write down ill-advised.
No,
this is how bad
you would
my
have messed
notes
it up
were.
totally. Good thing there's a professional here.
Thank you. Are you going to say that, by the way, at the start of each show?
They know what they're in for.
Good.
They know the ticket.
Has anyone ever been to one of your shows?
No.
Oh, okay.
This will be the first time.
Asked and answered. Okay, great. So all those other tour dates that I see on your website from previous years, no one came to it.
This will be the first time we've actually had an audience.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. Now this tour is a little bit different.
A little bit different, yeah.
Isn't it, right, Al? I mean, come on, you gotta admit, right? I mean, if I really hold your feet to the fire, this tour is a little bit different, right?
See, I've been touring for years and years doing very entertaining shows, and I thought...
You're almost like, you know that movie, The Greatest Snowman?
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like Mr. Policeman, I gave you all the clues.
I saw that in the elevator, yeah.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman is taunting the police.
Yeah.
By putting on a circus.
Uh-huh.
You're like that guy.
The snowman?
Yeah, the greatest snowman.
Yeah. Kind of like that.
You're sort of like that. You're may I just say, and a lot of people won't go this far.
Yes.
Okay, but as an interviewer, I take the extra steps, I go the extra mile. I believe, and I truly do believe, if you look through the annals, or some may say annals incorrectly, of recorded music, I do believe you to be the clown prince of comedy.
Oh, my goodness, Scott. Well, from you, that's a compliment.
For me, it is. You're right.
Well, before we went on that huge tangent, what I was saying was that in the past, all of my shows have been very entertaining. And I thought, as a break, as a detour, let's do a whole tour that's not that entertaining.
It's kind of yawn-inducing.
Let's do like an audience-baffling tour, something that's going to confuse people and leave them unfulfilled. So this will be a tour where we're for real, we're not doing the hits. We're doing the deep cuts, the obscure songs. It's a much smaller scale tour. We're not playing, Radio City or the Hollywood Bowl. We're playing like smaller theaters. And
by the way, you mentioned the 2 biggest theaters you've ever done. Like those are par for the course.
Those are my normal huge venues that I play.
Those are the
as an example, just a random example. But no, we're playing smaller places because there are not as many people that would want to see a show specifically like that.
Do you think? And I noticed this sometimes when I would go to see a band I was really into that had sort of crossed over into selling out large places the way that you did those 2 times. A lot of people go to these shows just for music. They don't even like the specific band. They're just like, a thing is happening, and they go to it. So you don't want to you don't want to lure anyone into this thing like, Al's doing a show, I don't know what it is, and then they get there and go, what the hell is this?
No, I want to make people very aware of the nature of this show because I don't want people to be disappointed, and I'm telling
prematurely.
No, I want them to be disappointed at exactly the right time when I tell them to be disappointed.
There's a little cue in the show, I know you told me.
Yes, but yeah, I want to stress there are no costumes, no props, no big video screens. It's literally
in fact, there are no outfits at all. You guys are totally naked.
We're naked on stage the entire time. Some people are put off by that, but I want to make people aware of it so that we don't get any have to do any ticket refunds.
And so, I'm fascinated by this because, Al, I've seen you many times. Including, I believe, twice at the Orange County Fair. One time,
you're right.
One time you invited me, and then the Pentium's tour several years before that.
Oh yes,
and seen you in San Diego. I came out to see you. I enjoy your show, and you put on a big, huge spectacle, but the thought of seeing you do these songs that are not as well known to the public at large, but known to fans like us, is a fascinating prospect.
Well, thank you. For a small subset of people, it's going to be a great tour. I mean, I'm going to have a fun time, and there are people out there that have been waiting 30 years for me to play this random cut from my second or third album, and this show is for them.
Mr. Frump and the Iron Lung.
For you. I'll play that for you. Let me know what city you're going to be at.
Okay.
I'll frump it up for you.
Poughkeepsie.
Okay. Well, there we go. What was that?
Be there tomorrow. Poughkeepsie. How do you even say that?
Poughkeepsie? I'll see you in Poughkeepsie.
And can you give us any of the surprises? I know you want to surprise people.
Yes.
But isn't
being naked surprise enough?
I guess so. But is it the same show every night, or are you rotating songs?
No.
What are you doing?
See, that is one of the other reasons why I wanted to do this tour, because when I do my normal show, there's a lot of production. Like every costume has to lead into the next costume, and everything's timed out to the second. And because of that, it's sort of like a Broadway show. It's got to like run exactly the same every night. And I wanted to do a tour like a regular band where I can mix it up. And in fact, one of the selling points of the tour is that every single show will be different. We're learning
every single show. You're never going to duplicate a show.
No.
Does that mean you won't play the exact songs, or you'll mix up the order, or what is that?
We're learning about 4 hours worth of material, and the show's like 90 minutes long, so it'll be a dramatically different show. Like, in fact, if you see 2 shows in the same city, which you should,
all right,
those shows will be almost entirely different.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you promise that the very last show of the tour you'll play all 4 hours?
No.
Okay. Great. All right. Well, I thought I could hold you to that, but I guess not. Wouldn't that be great, though, to do like a Bruce Springsteen just blowout show, And
I might do that just spontaneously. I just don't want to advertise that. I want to keep expectations extremely low. Are you gonna, so when people say, I'll play till dawn, it'll be like, on HuffPo.
Are you going to do anything like what Springsteen does, where he just like in the middle of a show, he'll play a whole album back to back?
I'm going to do like Springsteen's entire catalog.
Just Nebraska?
Just like, except for Rosalita. I am not playing Rosalita.
Mm-hmm. So, Al, this is an incredible opportunity for fans. Do you think, what happens if you love it so much you never want to go back?
Well, we already have the 2019 tour sort of like in the conceptual stages.
2019 tour, really?
See, I work like 20 years in advance.
Really? So you started planning this back in 1999?
I did. And everything's working right according to schedules, which I'm very happy about. But yeah, the 2019 tour will be, I can't talk about that one. But
you can't talk about it.
I cannot, but it'll be something yet again very different.
Okay, but I do know people normally don't tour unless they have a record coming out. Do you indeed have
Those people are idiots.
So you're just going to tour without any kind of record coming out?
Well, yeah. Well, not an album. I'm continuing to release tracks here and there. I put out a few songs into the world over the last year, and I will continue to do that. Just whenever I spontaneously feel like putting something out. But the whole album thing, even though it's done very well for me, I just don't like the idea of having to wait around till I have like 12 songs to release all at once. I like to get inspired and write it, and then just kind of put it out there.
I love that. Al, I got to ask you. A couple years back, the talk and the rumor mill was that you were changing your name to Weirdo Al, and
I heard that.
And Dr. Demento was taking the O off of his and giving it to you.
Dr. Dement, yes.
And that was like big news for a long time.
And it was in all the papers.
And then now you never hear about it. What happened with that?
I don't know. I don't know what happened with that. People, people change. People are goofy that way.
I don't know. It's very strange. I don't know, but. So now that we've talked about the tour, by the way, it starts this week.
It starts tomorrow. I'm actually in Poughkeepsie right now.
And how long is it going on? It's 3 months?
If you can do the math, it ends sometime around the middle of June.
Middle of June.
And
wow.
all the dates, of course, are on WeirdAl.com.
WeirdAl.com.
Oh, it's not plug time yet. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
So sorry.
I'll allow you one. But
so sorry.
So now that that's out of the way, let's talk sports. What's going on in the sporting news? I mean, obviously we had the Super Bowl a few weeks back.
I'm into drag racing.
Yeah, drag racing?
Yeah.
RuPaul's,
yeah.
Mm-hmm, great.
So that's big for me. That's huge.
Okay, good. I mean, you have to admit, there are so many sporting events.
So many.
You know what I mean? It's almost like too much.
It's like, aren't you tired? Aren't you tired of playing sports?
Do you like...
Take a break. Take a nap.
Do you like ball sports? Or do you like stick sports?
I like to combine. Sometimes sticks and balls.
Yeah, I get it.
Because they work together.
I mean, nothing gets...
They're simpatico.
Nothing hits a ball like a stick.
Oh, you're telling me, buddy. If I see anything with sticks and balls, man, whoo, forget it.
You ever go out in public? Or
No.
I didn't think so.
Why would I do that?
I didn't think
Why? There's people out there.
Do you have a series of mole-like cavernous passages that go throughout the city? Almost like, remember that TV show Angel? He couldn't go out in the sun, right? So, but then they had to write storylines where it was during the day. So they concocted a series of sewer caverns that he would travel the city from.
That's weird you should say that. I have a series of moles on my back, which actually provide a map to the trails of the tunnels underneath the city.
Let me get a look at those. It's sort of like that show Prison Break?
A little bit.
That is.
Do you like it?
Oh my God, that is Byzantine.
Yeah. That's a good word for it.
Thank you.
I was going to say serpentine, but Byzantine is even better.
So, Al,
yes?
I mean, obviously you're a human being.
Well, yeah.
We all have wants and hopes and dreams.
What are yours, Scott?
No one ever asks me questions.
Yes.
I have been doing the show for over 500 episodes. No one has ever asked me a question.
You said you was the first guest, but okay.
I want...
What are your hopes, Scott? Tell me. It's just us. It's just us now.
I want...
What do you want? Scott, tell me. You can tell me. It's just us. We're all alone. Nobody's listening. Oh, Scott, tell me, please.
I want my mommy to love me.
I want your mommy to love me too, Scott. We all want your mommy.
Wait, hold up.
What?
Hold up.
What?
Hold
Wait,
up,
what?
hold up.
What?
Al, did you just say, and pardon me, because these headphones may be slightly inoperable.
Yeah.
Did you just say to me that you want my mother, my dear precious mother, to love you?
Yeah.
She does.
Oh,
she
good.
loves you. Yeah.
Good.
Remember that time she came by the set? Oh, she loves you.
Dreams do come true.
Yeah, she baked you those cookies.
Oh, they're so good.
Oh, they're so good.
Gluten-free,
So
baby.
good. Oh, man. Remember how we dumped them right into the trash can the minute she turned her
You
back?
should have seen her face when she turned around and saw that.
Yeah, she did catch us. Yeah. And we were like, in your face, Mrs. Aukerman. Hey, speaking of the show, should we reboot that thing?
Isn't it still going on?
That's right.
That's canon, Scott. Get with the canon.
But seriously, I mean, no one's offering.
No.
But should we reboot the show?
I would love to do that.
Yeah, let's reboot the show.
That was the best time of my life.
It really was the best time of your life.
Yes.
Al, what else do you have in the hopper? I mean, obviously June is right around the corner. You're going to be wrapping up that show a lot. Like, you know how Santa Claus, he gets done with Christmas and he flies back into the stables with Rudolph leading his merry way.
Yes.
And he goes, well, I did it again this year. And I can only imagine that's how it is for you getting off tour. But Santa, he has only a week to go in the year. Meanwhile, you have 6 months. You know, what happens?
I'm basically like Santa with a lot more free time. It's crazy that way. Even though my life is planned out for the next 20 years, I'm not at liberty to say post mid-June of this year what exactly is happening in my life.
What exactly is happening?
Yes, I can just say it involves matter.
Matter?
Yes.
What about anti-matter? No,
it's
anti-matter.
all matter.
All right, okay. Hey, I'm trying to think. What is that hashtag with matters? Something matters. Family matters?
Family matters. I think that's right.
That's what it was.
That is correct. That is correct.
Al, you're obviously a great musician, a great comedian, and you intertwine those two things wonderfully. But that's not all that you are. You're also a philanthropist, and
yes.
Let's talk about that for a while. What are your philanthropic causes that you devote your time to?
Well, I try to give as much money as possible to my wife.
Right. Usually about half.
Yeah, at least. I just let her have the whole thing. I said, honey, you know what to do with this stuff. I just put it in a big pile on the floor.
I tell you, when I got married and the preacher said, you may kiss the bride, the first thing I did, I pulled my checkbook out of my tuxedo. I said, here, honey, just take it.
You're still writing checks?
And they all say 2017. Too.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Mm-hmm. I'm still writing my name on my checks.
Oh, man. Can you believe it?
Oh, man.
So, Al.
Yes?
You know, these days, the world is in a tizzy.
Oh, isn't it?
Wouldn't you say so?
It's such a tizzy.
It really is.
It's a thin tizzy.
Nothing like Thin Lizzy references to really get the kids going.
The kids love Thin Lizzy references. I tell you.
How do you pronounce his last name? Phil Lynott?
That's how I say it.
Is that how you say it? You ever see one of those things and you're just like, I don't know, I'm just going to say it.
I used to say Lynott, but I think Lynott sounds better.
Lynott.
Let's get him on the show.
We should. Oh, wait, no, he's not with R.I. Possible? I don't believe he's with us anymore. Who's your favorite musician, living or dead?
Probably dead.
Yeah, I know. They're so noisy. Can you imagine having one as a neighbor?
Just chat, yak, 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 yak.
Blah, 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 blah. And then he starts
Can you turn
playing.
down that guitar? Like, you know.
Yeah.
It's a
terrible.
It's a bummer.
Terrible. If you could have dinner with 5 people.
Oh, I would. I definitely would.
You definitely would. So would I.
Yeah, because I get so lonely eating by myself.
I tell you, I am upset. I eat by myself a lot, just at home. You know, I don't know if you do
the
this.
nice thing is you can eat like a pig when you're by yourself.
Yeah, but
you can do that with other people too. That's the nice thing.
I'm just really worried about choking to death.
Choking somebody else to death while you're eating with them?
Yes.
Because they say something that gets you upset and you have to choke them during
that's
dinner?
why I eat alone.
Yeah.
Because I just have a terrible temper.
I can see that.
Well, I'm glad
I've
you
noticed
agree.
that about you, yes.
Glad you agree. Yeah. Oh, I was terrible to work with on the show. I don't know why you want to reboot this thing.
Oh, man. Well, I meant reboot it without you. I meant with like somebody else as the host.
Sort of like Charmed or something like that.
Yeah.
Just 2 new people.
Like you'd be like the dicks on Bewitched. Mm-hmm. Like we won't even reference it. Like somebody else will be Scott Aukerman. Like isn't that a different guy? Like nobody talks about that.
The dicks on Bewitched. I don't think I ever thought you would say those 3 words together, at the very least.
In that order.
Yeah, I always thought reverse.
Yeah,
Bewitched on dicks. That's by the way.
I've seen that video.
Very specific category.
Yes.
So, Al, you obviously have made your mark and your legacy upon this world, and but do you ever
the next world? Is that what you're asking about?
I wonder about these parallel universes. Get that out of you. Get that out of your system.
Yes,
that cough. I'm wondering about these parallel universes where you never go inside that bathroom at San Luis Obispo, Cal Poly, and go, wow, the acoustics here are amazing. Why don't I record my Bologna or whatever you did there? You know, and you're just like, wait, what are you? What do you do? What happens?
Oh, the sliding doors, Al. That if I never went into that bathroom at that specific moment in San Luis Obispo, California, it would be a whole different reality. Who knows if I'd even be human? I might have evolved into some other life form at this point.
That's true. I mean, when you think about it, the only reason you went in that bathroom is because you had to take a shit, right? I mean. What if you didn't have to, didn't drink coffee that day or whatever? You'd never be this huge famous musician.
It's like the butterfly wings flopping, except it's my sphincter.
And I've always said that about you, and that's one thing I noticed on the show is that your sphincter just really flaps like a butterfly.
Thank you for noticing. Not many people will point that out.
Al, it's always a great pleasure to talk to you. Obviously, is
it that obvious?
The ridiculously self-indulgent, and then I forgot to write down the next two words. What were they?
Ill-advised vanity.
Ill-advised.
Tour.
One word hyphenated.
Yes.
Vanity tour starts tomorrow in Poughkeepsie. How do you say that?
Poughkeepsie, for the record.
Poughkeepsie.
Poughkeepsie.
That's a tough one to say.
Poughkeepsie, yes.
Poughkeepsie.
Poughkeepsie.
It starts tomorrow and goes on till June. All, I want to say episodes, but they're not. They're not episodes of a tour, right? They're like, what do you call those?
Shows?
I guess so.
Concerts?
You're the rock and roller. I don't know.
I call them episodes. I don't know what you call them.
The first season.
Welcome to our episode.
First season completes in June. We need to get to our next guest, if that's okay with you. Al, can you stick around? Because
oh, God, no.
I value your input.
All right, okay.
All right, this is exciting because, Al, you ever watch one of those beauty pageants?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good, right?
Uh-huh.
You know, with everyone walking around and then they talk and then you're like, okay, that one's good.
Right, yeah. I know I've seen those before, yeah.
Those are good, right?
On the TV.
Yeah, okay. Well, we have a pageant consultant here with us today, and this is exciting because I'd like to hear all about the ins and outs, the backstage shenanigans.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Everything about it. And she is here on the show today, and we've never had her on the show before, so please welcome for the first time, Debbie Creepy. Hello, Debbie.
Well, hello.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi, this is Al.
Hello, Al. It's
Weirdo
so nice
Al
to
for a
meet
couple
you.
years ago, but now I guess just Weird Al. If you
Well, I'm so
Could you not
pleased
get
to be
weirdoal.com? Is that what it was?
It was extra for the T-shirts. Like an extra letter would have like tipped it. You know,
O's are expensive too.
They are.
Yeah, because they're the
most
fullest,
expensive of letters.
They're the fullest letter.
Yes.
They're like a circle all
They're
the way
the
around.
most,
space.
they're the
It never
most
ends.
round. They're the most round.
Yes.
How are you, Debbie Creepy?
I'm really well, thank you. How are you?
So nice to meet you.
I'm so thrilled to be here.
You're a pageant consultant.
I'm a pageant consultant.
Do you work with a specific pageant like the Miss Universe pageant, or do you work with just any kind of pageant that's out
Yes,
there?
I do work specifically with the 5-year-old pageant category.
The pageant's been around for 5 years?
No. I see where you got confused. No, it's specifically pageants for 5-year-olds.
For 5-year-old children?
Yeah, so I'm talking about Miss Teeny Tot, Miss Little Buttons, Miss... You can't believe how tiny she is. Miss Cutie Pie, Miss So Small.
Are these Miss something? Or are you searching for...
No, I'm just searching for
got it.
Because there's so many. I mean, you can find... In any one town in America, you can find at least 3 or more 5-year-old beauty pageants
happening at the same time or happening
yes.
on... Oh, interesting.
Or, yes, at the same time. And what I do as a pageant consultant.
Yeah, do you consult with the pageant or with the pageanters?
No, with the pageanters, with the contestants.
Got it.
And my whole thing is that I make a 5-year-old look and act like she's pushing 40.
Oh,
and
interesting.
Yes. So, for example, when I first have a consultation with a client, I will first, assess what is she bringing to the table, and usually it's not much. Usually they're just hungry or sleepy.
Right.
And
yeah.
So,
I'm trying to think about myself at 5 years of age, and I mean, maybe my teeth were coming out at certain points, but other than that, I don't really remember
your teeth
anything.
were coming out.
Well, yeah, baby teeth, right?
Oh yeah.
Wait, you've never experienced? You've been working with 5-year-olds for how long now?
My whole life.
And none of them have ever had any of their teeth coming out?
I've never seen anybody lose
That's not an
a
obstacle
tooth.
that you have had to deal with.
Well, no, not in the pageant. But granted, I only work with my clients for a few months, and then they do the competition, and then they're 6, and then I don't give a shit about them.
Okay. Oh boy.
But Yeah, so I will. So let's say I have a client, right, and I'm sort of seeing what she's bringing to the table. It's not much.
Is it all exclusively females, or
Yes, exclusively females. I mean, it is it's a female-dominated sport.
It really is. Yeah,
it really is. And so first of all, I'll see what she's got going on looks-wise, and I'll see how I can make that as mature as possible. And so it's that fun sort of thing of like, oh, I'm looking at a child, but she looks like an adult. Isn't that good? And those are the ones who win. Are the
ones who look as old but under 40 is
that's
fine.
right.
If you go over 40, then
it's just obvious. It's a costume. Then it's
right.
like, oh, okay, this is
like this. She's playing an old. She's like it's a Halloween kind of thing. Yeah,
exactly.
She's playing like her grandma.
No, the thing I'm trying to achieve is uncanny valley of what is this?
Right.
Is this a child? Is this an adult? And so I'll coach
that sort
them.
of just uneasy feeling that a person has when they're looking at something that their eyes can't quite comprehend.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so, for example, one of my tips I give to girls when they're just starting to work on their walks, you got to walk, you got to pose. There's the swimsuit edition. There's the
swimsuit edition of the show.
There's the businesswoman edition.
Right.
There's the talent edition. There's all kinds of editions that make up an issue.
Sure.
And
all kinds of episodes make up a season.
That's right.
Right.
And so let's say she's working on her walk. Then I'll say, okay, now I want you to try that walk again.
Okay, because kids normally, they walk sort of like they're trying to keep their balance, and they're sort of going from side to side.
They're
and
flopping left and right.
Around.
They're stopping to play with dirt. They're
right.
They have a hard time focusing.
What is it with kids and dirt? You know what I mean? It's like at a certain point, when do we learn?
I know. And to be honest, I still kind of love it.
Really?
Well, whenever I see dirt, tell me you don't feel this way. Whenever I see dirt, I'm like, I got to play in that.
Wait, so you're, I don't want to speculate on how old you are, but you are a grown-ass woman. When you see clumps of dirt, like by the
53.
53. So when you see clumps of dirt by the side of the road, you pull over and play in them?
Well, I don't always pull over, but I do think to myself, I got to play with that.
So you make a mental note and you come back to it.
At some point. Or
right.
I just think, or I just sort of let myself fantasize. Because can you imagine, I pull over on the freeway, and can you imagine, and a 53-year-old woman in a very tight dress.
I wanted to say you are turning blue practically.
I can't breathe.
Now. Yeah.
I get out of my Honda Accord and I get on the median and I start playing in the dirt. No.
Why, you want me to imagine this or what?
I'm asking if you can, because I can.
You can. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can. Sure.
Okay.
So you're going to do it?
So anyway, we'll see. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll let myself do that. But,
okay.
But yeah.
I mean, you're the one who said that you do it.
I don't know. So.
Okay. So. Kids, they normally walk very unsteady.
Yes, flippy, floppy, floopy. And so I'm like, you look here. I want you to walk like you have a car lease. I want you to walk, and often they're confused, and so I have to explain what it means.
What
to
exactly
lease a
does
car.
that mean? Oh, okay. So first you tell them about the ins and outs of not buying a car, but actually leasing a car,
and the benefits therein.
Right.
And then I explain, now when you have a car lease, that's responsibility, and so you got to walk like you got the weight of the world on your shoulders, and you're thinking, how am I going to make these car payments?
Right.
You know
so you have to be sort of worried and kind of slumping over and sighing a little bit. Is that?
Yeah, and sort of slogging along. And and I know that you hear that and you're like, well, now wait a minute. If I go to a beauty pageant, I see some 5-year-old girl walking like she's got debt. I want to see a little girl who's happy and cute and beautiful. But the truth is, the winners of these 5-year-old pageants are the ones who are the most world weary. And that's true.
Okay, yeah. Well, this is interesting. So you make these little girls through a series of indoctrinations as to the responsibilities of adulthood, you make them sort of mentally weary.
Yes, I take them to the DMV. I get them, I get them through going through all that.
What do you do with the DMV? What exactly? I mean, you just kind of show them how depressing it is.
I don't know how
and
much more
you're going to be spending at least one day a year.
Exactly.
Here.
I mean, I don't know how much more specific I can be than I'm getting them through all that. I'm gonna
wait. You don't know how much more specific you can be than I'm gimming through all that?
I'm getting them through all that. So they have to endure a wait at the DMV with me. And actually, I do leave. I leave them there alone.
Really?
Yeah, well, I wait for them outside. But it's important for them to know.
Do they think they're alone?
They do.
They think they've been left there.
That's right.
And they think the DMV woman is their new mommy.
I mean, I truly don't know what happens in there.
That's not your responsibility.
That's not no.
If you're not in the building, you're not in charge anymore.
Not there, not square. And so...
Is that something that you teach the kids?
Yeah, I always tell them, if you don't show up, then you can't be a square.
Right.
And you can't be a circle. And you can't be a triangle. You can't be anything.
If you don't show up.
If you don't show up.
That's a good lesson.
It's a good lesson.
Al, you planning on showing up to your concert dates?
Well, I hear that showing up is most of success. Is that how the saying goes?
Yeah, don't they say it's like 99% is inspiration and then 1% perspiration?
Well, not in my competitions, no.
Really?
No, they don't sweat. They're 5 years old. They haven't figured anything out.
But don't you want to make them look like they're pushing 40 so they have just like sweat stains underneath their eyes?
Yes, that's true. That's true. I have, and but if you're pushing 40, you haven't yet, experienced. I mean, sure, you've got your sweat glands going, but you haven't experienced menopause when you really sweat.
Okay, so if the kids are looking menopausal,
right,
then
I'll
gone
definitely
too far.
Well, yeah, that's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean. Yeah.
But, how did I get into this?
I don't think I asked. Did you ask Al?
I didn't ask, no.
Yeah,
I've been very quiet over here.
I got into this because I used to be a very successful actress. That's not true. And I
didn't realize that you just say that's not true.
I should be candid about something. Sometimes when I make a statement, I will need to immediately affirm it or correct it.
Or correct it. Okay,
that's
got
right.
it. Okay.
So I'm prone
so you just
little
said
bit
that's
to
right.
Exaggeration.
Just affirmed
that's
it.
True. And I'm prone to exaggeration. That's a real thing. And so it's an important, it's like a habit I've developed.
Okay, sort of keeping yourself honest.
Exactly.
I love that. Okay,
yeah.
great. So you were not a successful actress.
Well, I was an actress, that's a fact, but I wasn't a successful actress, truth.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you do? What did you act? What could we see you in?
Regional hot dog spots for hot dogs.
For hot dogs. Oh, yeah. No, that's what regional hot dog spots means. Selling hot dogs.
Are you the What's Up hot dog lady?
Oh, my God. Yes.
I
can't believe you spotted me.
That was you, because I had a lawsuit with them for a long time, and then Al took it over once.
It's mine now. I have the trademark on that now.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't gotten a residual for that in 20 years. I'm lying.
Okay. So what did you do in that commercial? You ate a hot dog or?
No. I was standing beside the table where there were hot dogs on display.
Okay.
And I had to act like I was shocked at how many hot dogs there were.
There were a lot of hot dogs on the table?
No, but I had to act like I was shocked.
Was this the director asking you to act like this?
No, I guess the director, he didn't have much direction for me, I'm telling the truth right now. But he did, I did sort of my own interpretation. This is what I tell my girls. I tell my girls, you need to make choices, big choices for yourself.
Right.
Otherwise, you're just going to blend in with all the other girls.
Right. So you're, let me guess, you were like a background artist, as they say, an extra is more commonly known. And you were making a big choice, like I've seen some background artists do in certain things, drawing attention to yourself, acting shocked at a normal amount of hot dogs on a table?
That's right. There was one hot dog on the table, and I was pulling focus. It's true.
That's why they call it acting.
Yes, I think so as well.
Is that why they call it acting?
Yeah.
That's why.
I never knew that.
That's where
Specifically
acting comes from that. And so that's where I really got my start. And I just felt like the screen really loved me, And so I sort of felt like, well, I really... You know what? I've got something to offer here, young, up and coming, aspiring model.
That was your first and only job? In the acting? I'm sorry, I don't mean to stump you. You got a shocked look on your face, and your mouth is hanging just agape.
Is she okay, sir?
Oh my gosh!
I'm a little
Are you
concerned. Should I call 911?
I think you should call 911.
hold on. Okay.
Yeah. But had you already called 911?
Yeah,
just in case something like this had happened.
I'm hovering over it right now.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Excuse me.
Oh,
I'm
she's okay.
sorry.
She's okay.
Debbie, are you all
okay.
right?
No, I'm fine. I just, when I'm confronted with my, inadequacy.
It's like fight or flight.
Yeah.
You just ran out of your brain.
Yeah, that's right. I just sort of stop. When I was younger, I used to play
I don't think anyone asked you about
kickball.
this either. You used to play what now?
I used to play kickball, Truth, and one time,
It's one of those ball sports.
Yeah.
Love that.
Kickball,
But-
truth or dare.
some kid kicked the ball and it hit me in my face.
Ooh.
And I went stiff as a board and light as a feather, and I fell down.
Do you sting like a bee?
You started floating above the ground?
No, I didn't float. I wasn't bee. I just went stiff. And I collapsed over like I had rigor mortis or something.
Oh.
And I just left my brain.
Wow.
It's an amazing thing that I can do. That I try to tell my girls to do is leave the here and now. Don't be here for this.
think
This
you had
is
a concussion.
traumatizing. What?
I think you had a concussion. And you shouldn't be teaching your kids to... Debbie, you did it again. Okay, Debbie, look, we need to take a little break.
No!
Yeah. What business is it of yours?
Oh, it's all my business, not true.
Look, we do need to take a break, but I want to come back and talk to you about more about your process and about. I want to see pictures of kids. Have you brought?
Ew.
Okay, I'm sorry. No, I guess I didn't want that. But we need to take a break. When we come back, we'll have more with Debbie Creepy and more with Al Yankovic. And boy, this is exciting. We have a body modification hobbyist coming up. We'll be right back with Comedy Bang Bang after this. Driven by the mission to provide a better place to sleep for everybody, Lisa is an innovative direct-to-consumer online mattress brand that is also socially conscious. What a dramatic sentence. This is new. Lisa has been advertising for years now. Love them, sleep on them. But they've gotten really dramatic with their copy. This is like an old radio serial. Well, let's break it down. Driven by the mission to provide a better place to sleep for everybody. They're driven by the mission to do this? This doesn't make sense. They're just going to work, right? But they're driven by a mission. This is incredible. Who goes to work driven by a mission? I mean, I come here for work. It's like, oh, got to do another show. But these guys have a mission? Wow. But then the second part of this sentence, after the comma, Lisa is an innovative direct-to-consumer online mattress brand. Okay, we all know that. Why are you even bothering to... Wait, that is also socially conscious? This is a lot of information in one sentence. I would have made it 3 sentences, but Lisa, you're crazy for this one. There's a lot packed into that. Let's talk about the socially conscious part of it. For every 10 mattress that Lisa sells, and they count them down. When they're like at 8, they're like, we've sold 8. Oh, 9, here comes 10. Because they know when they sell that 10th mattress, they then donate 1 mattress to a shelter through their 110 program. That's right. They love it too. They're always, and sometimes they'll count it down backwards. They'll be like 10, 9, 8, 7, until they finally get to 1. And it is like Times Square New Year's Eve. They're like, 1, we get to give away another mattress with our 110 program. It's crazy up there. They've invited me to the plant where they have all the mattresses and then they crumple them up in a ball and put them in those tiny boxes. It's a thrilling excursion to go out there to the Lisa plant. Speaking of planting, they also plant one tree for every mattress sold. And they do that every single time they sell a mattress. They're like, another plant. They're concurrently counting down the 10 mattresses. So they're like, 2, another plant. Trees, of course. Trees are plants. And they donate 1% of each employee's time to volunteer for local causes. I don't know what that means, whether they make employees for 1% of the day go out and volunteer for something, or they're donating what they would pay them for the 1%. They've never clarified with me, but I'm fascinated by this. Look, the whole point is Lisa is socially conscious. It's already a good mattress. It's got the foam layers. It's got everything we're talking about. By the way, the new Lisa pillow and the new Lisa blanket, foundation and frame, they sent me a bunch of those, and that's some comfy stuff. No wonder that Lisa is a Forbes top 20 startups to watch. We've been saying that so long. I wonder at what point does it roll over and they're now like Forbes top 20 startups we have been watching. We will continue to watch. I don't know. Lisa, what a great company. You're doing it out there. And right now you can try a Lisa mattress in your own home for 100 nights, risk-free. There's no risk involved. They're available in the US, UK, Canada, and Germany online with free shipping. Like I said, crumpled up, compressed in a box right to your door. Or if you're like, you know what, I want to try one before I buy one, try it at the Lisa Dream Gallery in Soho, NYC, and Virginia Beach, and over 80 West Elm stores nationwide. And get this, for President's Day last week, they're still doing it until February 28th. Get $125 off the Lisa mattress plus a free pillow when you go to lisa.com/bangbang. That is LEESA.com/bangbang. Lisa.com/bangbang. You're going to get $125 off the Lisa mattress. They're going to throw in a free pillow. This offer is valid until February 28th. Get in on it. Comedy Bang Bang. We are back here with Al Yankovic and the ridiculously self-indulgent, ill-advised Vanity Tour starts this week. Go see him in a theater near you, or, I don't know, travel around and...
or just wait outside the theater. You can kind of hear, like, the vibrations coming from within.
That's true.
Yeah.
Are you taking an intermission during this?
Oh, no. But, I should point out the intermission is between me and the opening act, who is my longtime friend, Emo Phillips.
Emo Phillips, that's right.
Will be with us on the entire tour. Yes, indeed.
How many minutes is he doing?
He's doing about half an hour.
Half an hour?
Yes.
That's great. Yeah.
Could be 29, could be 31, but I'm just going to say split it in the middle.
No better time than seeing Emo Phillips at a comedy club, and now you get to see him and Al together. Wow.
It's a twofer.
It truly, truly is amazing. We also have Debbie Creepy here, who has just been still and almost as if she's been in shock this entire time. Yep. Okay. You're rebooted.
I'm back. This is real.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Debbie is a pageant consultant. She talks to little girls and tries to make them.
I coach them.
You coach them.
I consult them. I coach them.
And do you apply makeup to them?
No, I mean they usually have makeup artists or hairstylists that work on them. But I will give my input as to how heavy the makeup should be. Usually 3-5 layers deep. And of course, it's so important because they got tiny eyes.
They really do.
I don't know if you know about babies, but babies got tiny eyes.
Now, I had always heard that the eyes don't grow.
That's right.
But the body does. And that's why babies have really large-looking eyes. And then you grow into them.
No.
It's the opposite.
No, it's the opposite.
So your eyes are the only thing that grow?
I mean, in my experience, my eyes were the only thing that grew. Because I came out like this. Like
as long as you are?
Teeny, as long
Stiff
and
as a board?
wide and as deep.
Just with tiny eyes.
Just with teeny tiny eyes. And then eventually...
just popped right in.
That's right. I sort of wish I had taken one of those. You know how you could do this thing on your phone called time lapse?
Is that a photography kind of thing?
I think it's an app.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. You can set up your camera so that it's time lapse, and so that you can time lapse it.
So if you had it just
keep saying
53
time
years,
then you'd
that would be
see
awesome.
my eyes grow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It looked like a flip book, like a cartoon. I'm not exaggerating.
Okay. How
So-
big can you make your eyes right now? Oh my gosh.
wow.
That's giant.
Ow, ow,
Okay,
ow.
yeah.
Sorry.
Pop them back in,
Ow.
please. Pop them back in.
Yeah. Sorry, I
What do
know
you-
that must be disturbing.
Can I ask, what do you do with the children's dress style when they're in these pageants? What you say you want them looking like they're pushing 40. What does that mean
Yes.
for their dress style?
Well, for me, as far as the kind of work that I do, I don't put them in froofy dresses because I see no 40-year-old women wearing froofy dresses down the street when they're going to get lunch. So what I'll do is I'll get my girls some nice, sensible Clarks. I'll get them some slacks that are pleated, high-waisted, because it's very flattering, even on a toddler. And I'll get them some, just a nice button-up with,
Like
some
a short
sort of...
sleeve button up?
Yeah, with a tie and a hello, my name is, and,
So like a clerk at Target?
That's right. Because it's important to give off the illusion that you're employed when you're going through these beauty pageants.
Right, almost like, hey, I took work off to do this, but I got to get right back. So give me
Yeah.
the top prize,
So that we can move
justify
forward.
my time. Yeah.
And do I coach winners? Yes, no.
Yeah. Oh.
But I think that my approach is the right one.
Yeah, how many trophies have your clients taken home? Have they? What'd you say?
Two.
Two?
Is it true or false?
It's false. I guess. Well, no, nobody has taken home a trophy. I'm truthful right now. Nobody's taken
A
home
sash?
a trophy.
A tiara?
No, but they are getting life lessons that I think will help them be winners in the future. So it's not so much about whether or not they win this pageant. What I'm teaching is you may not win this pageant, but you're getting life. Now you know about the DMV. Now you know about leasing a car. You're getting life lessons that'll help you win the pageant of life.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
I would almost think that the fact that they don't win would make them more what you want for the next pageant. A little more world weary and like, well, I guess life's all about losing sometimes.
Yes,
you know?
yes, I want to instill a sense of futility and hopelessness
Mm-hmm.
that I know I have. I know we all have.
Are you
at some
married?
point. Yep.
Really? To whom?
Journey?
Jorny?
Lie.
Lie. You're not married.
No,
Why would you lie about that?
I don't know.
You don't know? Did you want to seem cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to do that. You don't have to lie. It's okay.
Well, I mean, it's a little embarrassing,
It's okay. You're a 50, how old? 53, you said? 53-year-old
so
woman.
flattering that you didn't know.
Have you ever been married? You don't have to lie. Just tell me, give me the straight.
Yes. No.
You have not been married.
No.
No. Has anyone ever wanted to marry you?
Yes.
Really?
Truth.
True. Really? Who wanted to marry you?
A guy.
You didn't know his name? Wait, was someone catcalling at you? And you just thought that he wanted to marry you?
It was a man in a bar. He said, "You look so pretty, I can marry you."
Oh.
So
well,
there-
did you strike up a conversation with him?
No, I said, "Get lost."
Why?
I don't know. Here's the thing. I'm comfortable when I'm dealing with my girls. I'm comfortable when I'm in dirt. I'm comfortable at home by myself. But I've never been able to have a conversation with a man and not completely lose it. I mean, it's happening right now.
I know. I wanted to say, I'm surprised you were able to sit down with me and Al. Oh, God. Okay, please, calm down. Calm down. Do you want some dirt?
Yes,
Yeah, we have plenty of dirt out here. Yeah, we're
You do?
Yeah, we're building out here.
cool.
So yeah, we'll get you some dirt. Here, I'll get Sam. Get Debbie some dirt if you could.
Sam, do you mind getting Debbie some dirt, please?
Yeah, we'll get you some dirt. Don't worry. We do need to get to our next guest. Is that okay? Can you stay? Well, if we get you some dirt and you'll calm down a little bit and you'll be all right?
Yeah.
All right, very good. Okay, our next guest is a body modification hobbyist. That's so interesting. I don't exactly know what that means. Al, do you have any sort of idea?
I have not a clue, but let's find out.
Do you have any sort of tattoos or piercings?
Well, if you were following the earlier part of the interview, I have a whole serpentine Byzantine mole constellation on my back.
True. Do you have anything like a Prince Albert or anything like that? Or
In a can?
Yeah. In your can.
I have a Prince Albert in my can.
All right, well, let's get to him. He is a body modification hobbyist. Please welcome Jurgen Tavickia. Tavickia.
Yes, hello.
So nice to meet you, Jurgen.
Really nice to meet you.
So, Jurgen, you're a body modification hobbyist. By the way, this is Debbie Creepy.
Hi.
Look, I built a hole.
Oh, wow, a lot of dirt.
You really build a hole, or it's the absence of dirt? You know what I mean?
Look at this hole that I built from the ground up.
I don't know.
You're crazy.
Jurgen, so nice to meet you.
Hi, really nice to meet you. I'm really glad to be here.
Oh, good. Jurgen, body modification hobbyist. I don't know what that is.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's very simple. Like, sometimes you guys have probably seen on, like, news shows, like, guys trying to become human Ken dolls.
Oh, that's okay. So a human Ken doll, I've seen this. What it is a person undergoes plastic surgery in order to look sort of like the typical Ken doll, very symmetrical, very smooth.
And almost not human anymore.
We're talking like Kendall Jenner?
That's ironic, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's kind of a new trend of people really embracing their bodies to become something that isn't even human anymore. And me personally, some people want to become a Ken or Barbie doll. I am trying to become a teddy bear. And that's kind of my passion that I've been pursuing over the past 5 years.
Okay, a teddy bear.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay, so what? And you're wearing a lot of bulky concealing clothing right now. You're wearing a hat.
Oh my God.
You're wearing a large sweatshirt over you, so I can't.
I love to have a reveal.
Yeah, I can't quite see exactly what you've done to your body. But take us through. Whoa, my goodness.
As you can see, I've had a lot of fat added, especially to my midsection.
Wow.
I've had...
That is so cute. It's really adorable. I don't know what it is. Like, normally you see, like, a person with a large midsection, and you're sort of like, hey, man, hit the gym. But with you, it's just, like, adorable.
I just want to pet you. I don't know what it is. It feels weird. I don't know.
Thank you.
Odd impulse.
Can I scratch your belly? Is that possible?
Please. As you can see, I've had some fur grafted onto my skin. Wow. There are lots of patches.
Where'd you get that fur?
Dr. Blanche.
Okay, but where did he get
fur?
it?
Oh.
I don't need to know the entire step-by-step process.
And why is it so coarse?
Yeah.
Oh, my understanding is that he got it from a closed-down FAO Schwartz that was getting rid of a lot of its toys.
Oh, okay. So this is not actual animal fur. This is fur from an actual teddy bear.
It's fur from a teddy bear because I want to become an object. I've also had my spine removed.
Good call.
I wanted to say, you've been lying down this entire time, and I wondered exactly why.
I was wondering too.
Do we need us to prop you up?
No, I still have my ribs, so don't worry.
But what are they attached to?
They float around. They float.
Where are they right now?
Wait, you just have ribs floating in you?
Yeah, otherwise I would have no support to my body, and I need some ribs to kind of support me. They float around, which it's nice. It's kind of like, like when rice floats around a burrito?
Yeah.
It's like that. So like the support is there, but God knows where.
It's like going to a Tony Roma's, but you don't know where the ribs are, but it's a place for ribs.
Exactly.
It's like what I tell my girls. I say, you got to be your own ribs. You know?
You laughed at that like you knew what she was saying.
I don't get most of anything that people say. Well, I grew up in many countries, as you can tell by my accent.
Oh, I didn't want to ask, but where are you from? Which countries?
Brazil, Switzerland, Prussia. So
Really?
many
Prussia?
places, yes.
So different, such different countries.
Yes.
So how are you from Prussia? Wasn't that...
From like 1990 to 1992.
Oh.
I lived in Prussia during the years that Prussia was a thing.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then
So
I moved to Brazil.
You were right there in the middle of the action.
It was crazy, guys.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it. But then, my accents just keep morphing because of that.
Right. Yeah. I noticed just in the last few seconds, it's turned into something almost entirely different.
Oh, yeah, it just did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens all the time.
Just the mention of Prussia, and it just like got very non-specific.
Yes. As you know. Also, I don't want to brag, but you can tell I've also had my hands turned into fluffy stumps.
Yeah, let me get a look at those here. Yeah. Okay. It appears to me as if you've sanded off your fingers.
Yes, the doctor, Dr. Blanche, who's in jail right now.
Really?
Yes, for murder.
Wait.
Oh, my goodness.
Whom did he murder?
A dear friend of mine
A dear friend of yours?
who was trying to become Orko from Masters of the Universe.
Orko. I don't recall that
even know what
character.
that
Orko was like a black floating blob without legs and like a cape over his head.
A cape over his
That's
head.
awesome.
Yeah, that sounds
Oh,
amazing.
yeah, he was beautiful.
So he didn't want to become He-Man or Skeletor, or just he wanted to become Orko?
He just wanted to be like a mysterious confidant.
Okay. And so what did this doctor do to your friend?
Chopped off
Doo-doo.
his legs. Ha.
Speaking of black blobs.
Okay, that one I got. That one I
You did
got.
understand
that. He chopped off his legs, and he lost a lot of blood.
Of course.
It's
so strange that he just chopped him off and didn't do like a
Didn't have a
proper...
backup plan,
Yes.
Yeah.
He tried to saw them up, but
Were the instructions on like the first page it said chop off legs and then continued and he never turned the page?
that actually is exactly my understanding.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, terrible.
He forgot to turn over the page.
Wow.
So he's like, great, I chopped off the
I did it.
legs. I got that.
All done.
Okay. Woo, let me get a drink of water. Am I done? And then he never turned it over. And,
Terrible. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Yeah, no other doctor will perform on me now.
Oh, really? So this doctor, did he leave in the middle of the job? Are you complete? Or
The cops came immediately and arrested him for murder.
we just switched over to something new, I hear.
That'll happen.
Yeah, that happens with a
that
background like
That'll
yours.
happen.
And, he's in jail, and now I'm currently seeking another physician to help me complete my transformation.
Okay, yeah. Let's get a look at those stumps. So
you go.
So your fingers have been sanded off.
Deborah?
You all right, Debbie?
I'm so sorry. That was so rude. I've just
it's-
never seen hands with fingers.
How would one of your
Sanded
how would one
off.
of the parents of your contestants act or react if you puked when you saw one of these little girls, little women? I
They
guess I should
would
say.
slap my face so hard
They'd slap your face and then your fanny.
and tell me to scoot.
Yeah, they certainly would.
I'm so
and
sorry.
you're lucky that I don't do that to you
and
right
I
now.
appreciate that.
This is our guest.
You're right. I'm
Well,
so
yeah.
sorry.
And just so you know, like, they might think I'm really cute when they see me.
Right.
You know, I actually do kids' birthday parties.
Right.
I show up like a teddy bear and I say, hi, everybody.
I do have to say that she may have had that reaction because the stumps they appear to be gangrenous. They don't appear to have healed properly.
there is a
that,
smell. There's a smell.
That may have triggered it a little bit.
And, it's true.
Yeah,
It's
I
true.
may have a bit of anosmia where I can't exactly smell
Yes.
what's wafting
Nausea.
up.
Did you say nausea?
Anosmia.
I've never heard that word.
what's
It's
that
the
mean?
inability to smell, I believe.
Ooh.
Oh, boy.
1600.
Yeah, I
Pennsylvania
never heard that.
Avenue? An address that changes all the rules?
On your SAT.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, if you smell almonds, that's normal.
Almonds?
I have almonds.
Why is that normal?
That's normal. It's